Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Siki and today we are going to be going over glute activation. Is it necessary? Do you have to do it before every workout? Should you do it every day? What is the real tea? So, long story short, and you know I have my notebook with me because I don't want to forget anything. So I will be looking at her, throughout the video. So let me just get on the right page. Hold on a second. Yes, glute activation is a great tool for you to use to not only increase your glute gains, but to also kind of wake up your glutes. The problem isn't that your glutes don't work or that your genes aren't in your favor as far as glute gains go. The problem a lot of times is just that your glutes are kind of like, they're used to like being inactive, right? Maybe if you sit down a lot, they're overstretched. Maybe if you stand up, but the way in which you stand is with the wrong posture, they're not necessarily working properly. So glute activation doesn't just increase your glute gains, it actually kind of helps your glutes wake up. Beyond that, it also helps with your own, it's more of like a mental thing. If you take time before each workout, maybe I usually will throw my glute activation in after my dynamic full body warm up, okay? So before each warm up, I usually spend before each workout, I usually spend at least 10 minutes, normally 20 and sometimes 30 minutes warming up. Okay, I have had a lot of injuries in the past and I don't want them anymore. I like being able to work out and train hard and not have to worry about having an injury. So I do spend a good amount of time before each workout warming up. Now, is it necessary for you to have a 30-minute warm-up? No. Do I like to do 30-minute warm-ups? Yes. I will be doing a video probably fairly soon on how to properly warm up, and it will be like, a 5 to 10 minute warm up. You're not gonna be there like me warming up for half an hour. I will usually, like right now, I'm training full body, and I'm gonna go in detail on my workout split, but right now I'm training full body. So, I'm sorry, I keep looking at the camera because my nails look just gorgeous. But anyways, so I train full body 3 times a week, and then I throw in circuit training, but I'm gonna do a video on my split. Before each of my full body sessions, I spend usually about 15 to 20 minutes warming up. After that warm up, then I'll throw in like 5 minutes of glute activation. We have the gluteus maximus, you have your gluteus medius, and then you have your gluteus minimus. So your gluteus minimus sits under the glute max. You can't see it. I know in some diagrams you'll see like the gluteus minimus sit on like your lower cheek, and it's like no, that's not how your body works. Your gluteus minimus sits under the gluteus maximus. The gluteus medius is, the majority of it is covered by the gluteus maximus, but you can see a portion of it that sits over the gluteus maximus. But primarily what makes up the majority of the glute musculature that we can see superficially is the gluteus maximus. I'm starting off with hip internal rotations. So I like to do this exercise for 1 to 2 sets of 30 reps. If you are someone that's quad dominant or very sedentary, you may need some extra work. So don't rush this, take it very, very slow. You're gonna start down lying on your side, okay? Bend your knee and place a foam roller in between your knees and lift the heel. While you're laying down, you're going to really think of using the gluteus medius to lift that heel. So the same way when you're doing your squats, when you're doing your hip thrust and your deadlifts, you think of pushing through the heel. That's this kind of the same way you want to think of this exercise. You want to think of extending through the heel. That's what's going to cause greater recruitment of the gluteus medius. Place your hand on your bum so that you can actually feel your glutes working. So this is a great exercise for your glute medius, and the glute medius primarily helps with pelvic stability, hip rotation, and hip abduction. Throw this exercise in if you're someone whose inner thighs and hamstrings like to take over your glute lifts. For our next exercise, we're doing standing kickbacks. So you can do this exercise quadruped if you like, but sometimes I prefer standing. To start off, placing a resistance band around your knees, and hinge slightly at the hips, and extend the working leg behind you. Think of using the contraction of the glute to lift that leg from the heel. Be sure to use the glute and not your lower back. The way you're going to do that is by making sure your abs are engaged. That means that the abdomen is scooped, that the transverse abdominis is working, that the rib cage is closed, okay? The spine is nice and neutral. All right, the spine is neutral, and you're using your glute. You're using your glute to extend the leg behind you, and not the lower back to just crank that leg. You're not trying to crank your leg, all right? You're not trying to crank your leg. You're trying to actually properly extend the leg behind. So now we have the resistance band hip hinge. I love this exercise. It is so good if you're someone that's trying to start deadlifting, if you're someone like me that took a break off deadlifting, because I got to a point where I was like, I am just tired of just lifting all of this heavy weight off the ground and just putting it back down. It's just too much. It's just too much, okay? But if, like right now, I'm getting back into deadlifting, so I threw those in. This is an excellent 10-star, my nails look so cute, 10-star exercise for the posterior chain. It's just, this is also great like to throw in before your deadlifts. So a lot of times people think the more you do an exercise, the less you have to warm up. That's not true. Keep warming up, keep prioritizing warm-ups. It's very, very important. Before your deadlifts, do this. Okay, if you don't do anything else, if you don't do the internal rotation or the kickbacks, that's fine, but do this. Resistance band around your upper back. So you're not putting this on your neck. You're not trying to cut your neck off. You're gonna place it right here, like right above your traps, okay? And you're going to engage your abdominal muscles by scooping the abs, closing the rib cage. You're gonna make sure the spine remains neutral. Shift the hips back. So you're gonna feel almost as if someone is pulling you like from your hips, right? And then your body falls forward. It's a very natural movement, all right? I'm showing you like I didn't record a video of this for you to see. But yeah, you're gonna see it. And you're gonna shift the hips back, and you're gonna feel a nice stretch in your glutes and your hamstrings. And then once you hit 90 degrees, you're going to use those glutes. You're gonna press through the heel and contract the glutes to return to your standing position. So you do not have to crank your lower back to really feel a deep contraction. You're just gonna contract those glutes, right? Once you're in proper alignment, shoulders over hips, hips over knees, knees over ankles, boom. There doesn't need to be any extra pelvic tilting going on. There doesn't need to be any of that. You're just gonna get in proper alignment. Then you're gonna start it over. Shift those hips back, right at the bottom of the movement. Press into the heels, contract those glutes. And you can repeat that for about 15 to 20 reps. So these are my top 3 glute activation exercises. Throw them in before your lifts. Let me know how you like them. Throw them in before your run. Throw them in before your spinning class. Glute activation exercises are exercises that are small enough to be thrown in before cardio workouts and before even like your day-to-day. And not only will they improve the aesthetic of your glute, but more importantly, they will strengthen your kinetic chain. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on my Instagram so we can hang out, we can be friends. I'll see you guys in the next video. Smooches.